Hey everyone, today's video, we're just gonna go over some ways, some tips, right, to do more damage in your dungeons, trials, or whatever you're kind of doing, right? So there is some strategy of when to use your encounters and stuff like this instead of just immediately using them up right away, especially for AOE. Single target, we'll get into that in a little bit, but pretty much it's a matter of when the mobs are gonna come, right? So, for example, we have this dude right here, and then we have a pack up here, right? So, do I want to unleash everything I can on this guy? Not really, right? And then there's another pack I'm gonna go to over there, right? So, this build is for the rogue, assassin rogue, but it's just the strategy is for any DPS class, right? Just how to be prepared for to do damage, right? So if I go to this pack, I can do Path of Blaze, right? Get things going, stealth, and then Blaze Flurry, they're kind of dead, right? And then if they weren't dead, the choice would be, would I use my Blaze Flurry one more time and put it on cooldown, or would I just auto attack them dead, right? So it's important to make sure that you know what's coming, especially in a dungeon. If we're moving as a group to the next mob, you kind of don't want your Blaze Flurry on cooldown because your stealth regen is faster than the cooldown of your Blaze Flurry, right? So always make sure. Let's just try this. So let's just get this mob. All right, so I didn't kill them all, right? So I'll just kind of like auto attack. I still have my Blaze Flurry up, and I can go to the next mob. I can run past the Blaze, and my stealth's already up, right? But if I do it twice, I have 11-second cooldown. And if I want to go to this guy over here, right, my stealth is up, but I have 5 seconds left, right? So if that was a big pack of mobs, my biggest damage AoE dealer is on cooldown. And what's going to happen is your buddies, the people in the dungeon, are just going to take all that damage away from you, and you're not going to top the leaderboards, right, if that's what you want to do. As well as it's very helpful for the group, especially like if you're running hardcore boss, to be able to do the max amount of damage, because damage, if you can output things, you can kill things fast, right? That's a defense, right? So it's very important to actually get things done. So let's just go to this. This one's a little more challenging up here. The little heroic. So I can come in, right? Pass the blades. Run my stun right there, my artifact, right? Come in. I'm lagging a lot. And I would see how I keep my path up on my Blaze Flurry up, because I know there's gonna be a next set of mobs up here. Same thing. Do that. My Path of Blades is up. I can just move around, right? Path of Blades is so nice. I'm not even really getting hit, and I can do damage. Jump out of the way, right? And my stealth is up for the next set of mobs coming up right here. So I can just like smoke bomb them right for the dazed. This is the last set of mobs, so I will do Path of Blades or Blaze Flurry twice, right? Because I know, based on the counter up top there, is at 75%, then I know there's no more mobs going to be showing up. So it's very important just to be on top of things, of just being aware of like when the big packs of mobs are coming, because you want your big AoEs up at that time, right? Especially with stealth for the rogue assassin, right? And then same type of thing. Let's just move to. That's pretty much the AoE stuff. I really pay attention to when the mobs are coming, because I know I want my big AoEs up for those, especially in like Voss, right? When those mobs are spawning in the first part there, right? So you kind of really just auto attack for a bit until like a bigger pack comes, and then I'll kind of use my AoE abilities, and then you'll do a ton more damage, right? For single target, let's see here. I'm doing a dummy just to showcase. Single target is very important, because to just get them off as soon as you can, right? Obviously, there's the burn phase. So if you come in, so we'll start with how you do a normal trial kind of thing, right? So you would come in, right, all DPS. You would unleash everything, right? Everyone's releasing the artifacts. So you do everything here. And then now everything's on cooldown, right? So I have a shirt on that decreases cooldown by 1 second every 5 seconds on critical strike. But the same thing, as soon as something's up, be prepared, right? I'll stealth before that 1 second cooldown is up for my whatever it's called. I forget names of encounters before Wicked Reminder is up, right? So I will. So let's do it again. So 1 second, I'll stealth, so it's up, and then see how quick that is. So if you wait that 1 second to stealth and then hit it, it's just maybe you'll lose half a second here, half a second there, and then you're kind of going from there, right? So then we're getting ready for the next burn phase. So I'll keep track of my cooldowns, right? So I have 13 seconds on the artifact, so I have enough time to do another cycle, right? 7 seconds. Everything will pretty much, some stuff will be on cooldown, but I have Artificial Persuasion on, so I pop it. Everything's back up, right? And then we go back into the phase. So it's very important to, obviously, for single target, to get things off right away, just because the fights are usually long, right? Like in Tom or the new one. You want to be able to get, if you can get a few more encounters off each phase, you'll do a lot more damage overall, and it's better for the group. And your ego, right? Because you're on #1 spot, right? So same thing, right? So like 1 second, like I'll pop stealth up, and I'm right back into the cooldowns, right? Auto attacking, and stuff like this. Obviously I use Duelist Flurry a lot. I just find it just suits my playstyle a bit better, but I have tested it out that, Gloaming Cut will increase your AP gain by about 4 seconds faster overall. So you can just throw in some Gloaming Cuts and stuff like this, right? Whatever you prefer. But obviously, Duelist Flurry was for the bleed, right? So same thing. Let's just get things on cooldown one more time here, and I'll just kind of go from there. So even if it's like 10 seconds within, and people call artifacts, so I'll call artifacts. Right? And I'm at 5 seconds now. So obviously the burn's gonna be 10 seconds long, right? So everyone's popping this stuff, obviously with the demo stack up, right? And then you're still within the 10-second period. So just make sure when you're looking at your timers that if the artifact's gonna be called soon, that you'll have enough time to unleash everything within that 10-second surge, right? Of everything that's good to go. So, so I have 36 seconds. Let's just do one more cycle, right? So I'm auto attacking here. I'll switch to Gloaming Cut as much as I can, right? And then back to Duelist Flurry. So that's up. So I have 26 seconds. So I'll pop another cycle, right? So 19 seconds here. I'll be able to probably do 2 more, right? So and still be able to do everything within the surge phase. So let's just see here, right? So blades, pass the blades. All right, so 5 seconds, right? So we're waiting for the surge phase. And I'll still have plenty of time. Alright, so artifacts called, right? I have 7 seconds. I have 3 seconds to get everything off in the time for all artifacts to be called, right? And especially so that was within the 10-second surge phase of burn, right? And plus, even though I was close to the 10 seconds or 7 seconds, right? I have this shirt on, right, which gives critical strike with your powers. You have 10% chance to reduce your counter power cooldown by 1 second. So instead of 7 seconds, obviously it probably went to 6 seconds, right, within that time. So I had about roughly 4 to 5 seconds to unleash everything. Remember, everyone's not in sync, so there's usually an artifact called a little later, and demo stacks stack up, right? So if you can unleash everything a little bit, just a little hair later with the artifact call, because the demo stacks take a little bit, you will do a little bit more damage every time. So AOE, right? Pay attention to your surroundings. Make sure you are saving up your Blaze Flurry. I really don't ever have it on cooldown unless I know for a fact I have a lot of time between the next set of mobs. And then for single target, it's pretty much get it going as much as you can. In the new trial, if you're running with a great group, right, it's pretty much who can do this the fastest with their encounters, as well as who's selfish enough not to bring the Miasmars out, right, very far and bring them back. Those are the people that will do the most damage, but it's more of a group effort, right? But these tips will definitely make you do more damage within the game. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks, everyone.